How to find purpose in daily life. We have been sold a very specific and honestly quite exhausting story about what purpose is supposed to look like. We are told that finding our purpose is like being struck by lightning. We imagine it as a singular, dramatic moment where the clouds part, a golden light hits us, and suddenly we know exactly what we were born to do. We think purpose means curing a disease, writing a best-selling novel, or starting a global movement. Because of this cinematic definition, most of us wake up on a Tuesday morning, brush our teeth, look in the mirror, and feel a subtle, aching emptiness. We think, is this it? Am I missing the point of my existence? The truth is much quieter, much friendlier, and significantly more liberating. Purpose is not a destination you arrive at after a long, treacherous journey. It is not a treasure buried on a remote island. Purpose is not a noun, it is a verb. It is a frequency you choose to tune into. It is the way you engage with the mundane, ordinary texture of your reality. If you are waiting for a grand calling, you might wait forever. But if you are willing to look for purpose in the microscopic details of your day, you will find that you are already swimming in it. To truly find purpose in daily life, we first have to dismantle the ego's demand for importance. The ego wants to be the hero of the movie. It wants a legacy. But the soul, or whatever you choose to call that deep, resonant part of you, just wants connection and presence. Let's look at the concept of the art of maintenance. We live in a culture that obsesses over the new gadgets, new goals, new relationships. But 90% of life is actually maintenance. It is washing the dishes, folding the laundry, answering emails, feeding the cat. We usually view these tasks as obstacles standing in the way of our real life. We rush through them to get to the good stuff. But here is a radical shift. What if the maintenance is the purpose? There is a profound dignity in stewardship. When you carefully wash a cup, you are maintaining the order of your immediate world. When you water a plant, you are participating in the cycle of life. If you can bring your full attention to these small acts of maintenance, they stop being chores and start being rituals. The monk sweeping the floor isn't just cleaning dirt, he is clearing his mind and honoring his space. You can do the same. The purpose of the moment is simply to care for that moment. Another unconventional way to find purpose is to follow the breadcrumbs of curiosity rather than the roadmap of ambition. Ambition is heavy. It requires plans, strategies, and a fear of failure. Curiosity is light. It is playful. It asks, I wonder what happens if I try this. Pay attention to what naturally pulls your focus during the day. Maybe you found yourself staring at a strange bug on the sidewalk for 2 minutes. Maybe you fell down a rabbit hole reading about ancient Roman concrete. Maybe you felt a spark of joy arranging your books by color. These aren't distractions. They are clues. Purpose often hides in the things we do when no one is watching and no one is paying us. Instead of asking, what is my life's work? Ask yourself, what am I interested in for the next hour? Trusting these small sparks of interest eventually weaves a tapestry that looks remarkably like a calling. We must also talk about the micro-impact. We often feel purposeless because we feel disconnected. We feel like ghosts floating through a machine. The antidote to this is to realize that every single interaction you have is a transfer of energy. You have the power to change the chemical composition of a room just by walking into it. Think about your interaction with a cashier, a bus driver, or a neighbor. Most people interact on autopilot. If you choose, consciously, to look them in the eye and offer genuine warmth, you have injected purpose into that 10-second exchange. You have acknowledged another human's existence. That is a profound purpose. You don't need to start a charity to save the world. You can just start by being the person who makes the people around you feel seen. If your purpose for today is simply to be kind to whoever crosses my path, you will go to bed feeling full. Furthermore, we need to reconnect with our physicality. We have become a society of floating heads, staring at screens, disconnected from our bodies. It is very hard to feel purpose when you are numb. Purpose is a visceral feeling. It lives in the gut and the chest, not just the brain. To find it, you might need to get your hands dirty, literally. Plant a garden, even if it's just herbs on a windowsill. Bake bread from scratch. Build something with wood. Paint, even if you are terrible at it. Move your body until you sweat. When we physically manipulate the world around us, we remember that we are creators. We remember that we have agency. The simple act of creating something tangible, something you can touch and smell, anchors you in the now. It reminds you that you are here, you are alive, and you are capable of change. Finally, let's reframe the concept of service. We often think service means huge sacrifice, but service is just usefulness. Ask yourself, what is needed right now? Wildly enough, the answer is rarely save the planet. Usually, the answer is the dog needs walking, my friend needs a listener, or my body needs water. When you align yourself with what is needed in the immediate present, the question of what is my purpose vanishes. You are too busy being useful to worry about it. There is a quiet, sturdy peace in simply doing what needs to be done. It quiets the existential anxiety. You become a functional part of the ecosystem of your home, your workplace, and your community. So, stop looking at the horizon. Stop waiting for the music to swell and the credits to roll. Look down at your hands. Look at the cup of coffee in front of you. Look at the person sitting across from you. Your purpose is not a distant star. It is the ground beneath your feet. It is built brick by brick, moment by moment, choice by choice. It is yours to claim right now in the beautiful, messy, imperfect glory of today. If this perspective shifted something in you, or if you found your own unique way to find magic in the mundane, I want to hear about it. Drop the comment below, sharing one small micro-purpose you noticed today. Let's fill the comment section with the beauty of ordinary things. And if you want to keep exploring these deep dives into living a better life, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so we can keep this conversation going. You belong here.